Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's finally fucking Friday. It's time to party. I'm your excellent host, Wayne Campbell. With me, as always, is Garth. No, this is Mario. That's RJ. And we're going to do a review of X-Men Apocalypse. That's not how he sounded at all. That's like fucking Zoom. or Tony Todd, whatever you want. Last time we did a review it was Civil War, and it's been a superhero-centric year so far, and X-Men Apocalypse, off the bat, the first thing I'm going to say is, of all the movies I've seen so far, it's Civil War, Deadpool, X-Men.
Yeah, I would put that in the same category.
And then the other piece of shit. So, RJ's the resident X-Men expert. Wait, X-Men expert. That was exciting. I'm going to let him go first, and I want to know what you thought, being that X-Men is like your favorite of all of them. I think it is, right? It's like your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it's
besides Deadpool. Yeah. What were your thoughts, good and bad?
Good. All right. Okay, so for me, it's easier to start with the bad, because once you can get that out of the way, overall, I think it's a really good movie. I thought it was entertaining. I like the flow of it. Never once did I really feel like it bogged down or got dragged out. But it is with the character development. It's what we feared. It was that most of them, aside from maybe 2 or 3 of the actual X-Men, they just rewrote their entire histories, which I guess you couldn't actually go through everyone's history, but I would have liked to have seen some small tidbits of who they were, in the comic books. I mean, like with, for instance, spoiler or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is all spoiler heavy.
Okay, cool. Anyway, it starts in Egypt. Well, it gets to Egypt present day, and you see Storm is a young pickpocket, which she is, but in Africa. So that was close, and I don't think she had a mohawk either.
Hold on, dude.
I think even that old.
Isn't Egypt in Africa?
Egypt is its own. Okay, well, it was.
Hey, Julia, is Egypt in Africa? Yeah.
But it wasn't in the state of Egypt. It was in like Mozambique or one of them other like southern African.
Mozambique, yeah, that's the one.
That is actually in Africa, another African country. But anyway, it wasn't Egypt. But that's close. I guess you're right. In the end, it was close enough. But I think that's the only one. The rest of them, they just kind of completely made up their own ideas.
Man, I thought it was cool to finally see Storm being a pickpocket. I thought it was cool to see her have an African accent. What a concept after all these fucking years, man. But let's talk about real quick something we were talking about beforehand, which was Airplane. There were things we were worried about going into this movie because a staple of the X-Men franchise up to this point has been to be very Magneto-centric, and something I've been having a big issue with is I felt like I was burned out on Magneto. As great as an actor Michael Fassbender is, I felt like I was burned out, man. Like I was like, all right, man, is it going to be another Magneto-centric movie? Spoiler alert, it fucking is. But that being said, you go in there thinking that, and then you're okay with it. Like, the scene, like, there's a part where Magneto's basically trying to live out a normal life, and then his wife and daughter get murdered by these people who find out he's a mutant, and he has this epic fucking scene where it's incredible how well he acts the scene. So when you see that part, you're like, all right, I'm on board with fucking Magneto again, you know what I mean? Because he's that good. But let's real quick talk about Apocalypse.
Okay.
Because obviously that's what the movie's about. The movie's basically, if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's basically pretty much about Apocalypse rising, coming out of his fucking coma, whatever the hell he was in, and he is going to destroy the world and remake it in his image, standard villain shit, right?
Standard Apocalypse. I mean, that is exactly what it was.
And he recruits the 4 horsemen, who are Storm, Magneto, Archangel, and Psylocke, okay? I liked Apocalypse, man. I was worried I wasn't going to like him.
I liked everything about him except for his selection and some of his horsemen. I think he could have been a little bit better at that. But, yeah, I think the guy who played him was awesome. I thought, we had a lot of fears going into this, that it was gonna just be like a makeup job and that's it, and have some little dude trying. All right, but anyway.
Well, no, I mean he is my favorite X-Men villain. I don't know if he's your favorite X-Men villain, but he is my all-time favorite X-Men villain. So yeah, you're damn right. I was very concerned because that's like to me going to see Suicide Squad. Are they gonna fuck up the Joker? You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of thing you're worried about. And all that being said, they did a damn good job with him. He doesn't have the exact Apocalypse presence.
No.
I mean, there was a little
90s supervillains back then.
I know,
and Schwarzenegger.
That's true.
So,
I was happy they kind of did the booming voice sometimes.
Yeah.
That was cool. But there was something I thought was kind of funny to me was that he was shorter than all his horsemen, and it's like. This dude is supposed to be like this commanding, intimidating presence. No offense, I mean, but like,
what the fuck?
Well, because I mean, I just like because you're short. Sorry,
yeah. Napoleon would fucking.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Anyway,
You're right.
No, but the thing that kind of gets me with that is that in the comic books, he had the ability to change his height. So maybe he just wanted to be that short.
Yeah,
maybe. It's easier to be that
but
short.
Once again, though, the trailer makes you think he's going to do the shape-shifting growing, and then he does, but it's in the mind. And, okay, so let's get to that, actually. On the tip of character development, some characters got the shaft, then we were really pretty upset. I wasn't, like, fucking furious, but I've been waiting a long time to see Archangel.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was just there. Like, it was like, all right, here's fucking Archangel. Like, he looked cool. Mm-hmm. He didn't have his blue face, which I kind of wanted to see, but maybe they thought there was too many blue faces running around already.
True that.
But they did a damn good job with Scott Summers, Cyclops. They did a damn good job with Jean Grey, who was really surprised to me how integral she was in this movie. Like,
she has to be part of the next wave of what they're doing with this because she's just too good of an actress, and the way they set up the movies, it's just too perfect to them not to.
Yeah.
It has to be like Dark Phoenix Saga or one of those, adaptations, because they got a good one.
Well, Bryan Singer wanted to do the Dark Phoenix Saga, and then he didn't do X-Men 3, and then they did that bullshit. They tried to do it, and it was garbage. If you guys haven't seen X-Men The Last Stand, spoiler alert, it fucking sucks. So
pretty much the reason we were afraid this one might suck.
Yeah.
The curse of the threes and the
which is kind of funny because they
characters.
made that comment in the movie about how threes always suck.
Themselves like a couple times. Even they knew they fucked up. So
one thing that is super important to bring up is we finally got to see the Weapon X costume, dude.
That's the biggest spoiler. That's the hardest thing. Like, I can't tell like people I know that haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know.
It's only you as of right now and these people. But yes, it was so cool to see it, and they didn't even make it any more upgrade than like the toy you used to get when you were a kid.
Yeah, and it was like
big old
about time.
Helmet. Yeah, it was really, really cool.
I mean, seriously, about time, man. I have been wanting to see that Weapon X get up in a movie for fucking 15 years. I mean, that was the first X-Men came out in like 99 or 2000, and it was just great to finally see that. And that was one thing I loved about this movie was lots of fan service, man. Lots of fan service. I mean, we got at the post-credits scene the nod to Mr. Sinister, who is my next favorite X-Men villain. So, and RJ's a huge fan of that character as well. So
very cool stuff.
That means they're leading up to something that would be potentially pretty big time in an X-Men movie. They showed the Danger Room.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of cool fan service in this movie.
Cyclops visor.
Yeah, they showed his visor. I mean, and James McAvoy was fucking fantastic again as Professor X. The last downside before we finish this video is I kind of felt like Jennifer Lawrence was like Will Smith in Men in Black 2, like just there for the check. I didn't really feel her presence in this movie. Maybe I'm alone on that one, but really didn't think she did her best. And hey, that's just my opinion. I don't know if he caught that, but she kind of felt like meh. The Quicksilver scene, holy shit, though.
Yeah. No, I didn't think she really stole the movie at all.
No,
and she did blend in basically when she was supposed to be the leader of everything. But yeah.
We're running out of time, so we're on a clock. But yeah, real quick grade for me is a B plus.
Yeah, I'd say about B plus A minus.
Yeah, and that is it, man. This is getting back to Gotham. I forgot to say that. We're calling the videos that from now on that have to do with movies and shit. So yeah,
All right.
bada boom. Happy Friday.
See ya.
Peace.